All right, so let's get this bad boy going. The signature quilt, like I said, there's tons of different ways to make a signature quilt. This signature quilt that I'm thinking of, that I have in my head, it's gonna be different. That's all I'm gonna say. I haven't even drew it or put it in pen and paper. Right now I'm just going as what I see in my brain. So right here I am going ahead and start cutting them all in strips, 2.5 inch strips. The regular pink one, I'm using that as an accent, so that'll be a 1 inch strip. And you know, like I said, this is the process. This is actually the process of how I figured out, or how I normally figure out my quilt blocks whenever I'm making a new quilt, or you know, or pattern or something. You know, you don't have to go by the book when it comes to making patterns. However which way it works in your brain is how it works. Oh yeah, right there is the camera fell backwards. So anywho, yeah, I just wanted to show y'all this, just the process of how I go about on figuring out a pattern if I don't see any patterns online or on YouTube or on Pinterest, whatever, and I have to make up my own pattern. So I know for a fact that the square that I wanted to do, like I said, the middle, the white is 2.5. The two accent or the two color ones are, I think I have it as 2 inch or 2.5 inch. No, I think it's 2 inch. And then the accent, which is that one right there that I'm about to sew it all together like a tube, that one is going to be 1.5 inch or 1 inch. I don't know. I know it's going to be smaller. That's all I know. And then of course it comes out like that, like the way I have it right now. But like I said, I want it in a square, and so that's where I'm doing it right now. And that's the pattern that I'm looking for. That's what I want. So now I got to figure out, how am I going to put it like that? And at first, I made it too big, and then of course I'm like, okay, well maybe just one pink instead of two pinks. And it was like I said, this is the process that I went through to figure out how to get it. And of course eventually I figured it out, so that way y'all won't have to figure it out and y'all won't have to go crazy like I did. So anyways, just enjoy me figuring it out. And this is actually the block that I want. See right there, there's two. Now I'm trying to figure out, okay, how do I do that? Because all of the other stuff is going to be a waste. And of course, you know, like I said, right here is where I'm unripping it because it was too big. So now I'm trying something else out. But remember, your ripper is actually your best friend. And this is the part where it finally clicked and made sense in my brain to figure this part out. Like I said, I don't know how I figured it out, but I did, and then there it is, those little triangles. And when you're making a pattern, every step that you do, you want to write it down. Don't memorize it, just write it down. Okay, with a lot of trial and errors, I kind of wanted to do a little behind the scenes on like how I make up my different quilt patterns, and obviously you just seen it. But I finally figured it out. So this is the quilt block, or this is part of the block that we want to get. This is what we want to end up with right here. This is what we want to end up with. And you know, I tried what was it? This was the first one that I tried. This one, and just sewing all of the strips together and then cutting it at an angle to make this. But this is too big. I don't want this. I wanted a smaller one. So I was like, okay, well, what if we take one side out and then make it into a tube, and then make it into a tube, and then cut the angles out. And that, you know, like I said, that was an almost good idea, because like I said, I had that. But then the other half, because when you're cutting it on that, like that, you're gonna get different looks. So here's the tube, see? So when you cut it in, you know, in the 45 like that all the way down, you're gonna get half correct, but then the other half not. So that's another thing, that I was wasting a lot of material. I'll be wasting a lot of material. So then I was like, well, fuck, how do I do this? So then that's why I like really looked at this material, really looked at how I did it, you know. So all I can do now, or all I have to do now, is and of course I took the last piece off, I ripped off the last piece, but now all I have to do, let's do this like this, is just add these in like that, like just cut off the corners right there, and then, you know, then it would be a full triangle, or a full square, I mean, like that. So that's as good as I can think of right now. So I am just gonna go with that, because that is what I want. That's it. That's all I want. And like I said, I only have jelly rolls. I don't have 5-inch squares. I don't have daggone, those stupid things called. Let me figure. Well, you know, the 5-inch squares. I don't have any 5-inch squares. If I had a 5-inch squares, yeah, that would have been super easy. Just fucking add these on each side of the stupid square, and then bam, it's, because this is already a square. But I don't have a fucking square. So that's why I was like, okay, what can I do with jelly rolls? And this is what I got, and this is what I'm gonna go with. So, and also I searched all over the internet on how to make a signature quilt with jelly rolls. There's fucking nothing. And obviously you can tell that my medicine is wearing out, because I am cussing and I am getting like anxious, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, I can't think right now. But anyways, so I finally got it. So this is the steps that I have so far of how I just got these. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Cut my accent materials 1 1/4. Cut my different materials, my different color materials to 2 inches. And of course I'm going to stack them. Gotta stack them. And then I'll sew all of those, 1 strip of the accent and 1 strip of the 2-inch colors together. And you know, I wrote down note, you can chain piece all of these. And of course I'm going to chain piece them. So let's get the stepping.